Capricorn, welcome. This is Whatever Comes Out. Let's see what message Spirit has for you at this point in time. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Capricorn? Well, that's not going smoothly. Some of you might be experiencing some kind of turbulence right now in your life. Things may seem a little hectic or chaotic, but you are an earth sign, which means that you will get a hold of it, hang of it, something along those lines. But let's see what oracles Spirit has for you. Okay. For the sign of Capricorn, Spirit, what messages do you have? Oh. You've got friendship, lies, and twins. You might have a set of friends that you find are not exactly who they say they are. Like if you see in these two cards here, right? You have the twins, but then you have these two guys. They're wearing kind of the same thing. So either you're dealing with actual twins, and same thing. Look, same thing here. All these characters look the same. They're just in different bodies, right? And that's the name of this movie, anyways. Bodies. But what I'm really seeing is you're gonna, if you haven't already experienced this, you're going to experience it. You're going to start to see people for who they are. You're going to not be taking people at face value. Some of you, your intuition has been telling you about a group of people or just a person in general, that it hasn't been sitting well with you. And so the masks are finally going to come off, right? And I think like right here, it's like the shock that he has on his face, like, no way you're that person. Like, no way. So whatever it is, and oddly enough, at the bottom, you do have shock. Okay? So from what I'm genuinely seeing is in the month of October, if you're not cutting people out, it's the start of you starting to see people for who they are. So maybe this month, right? I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about Halloween, but there's parties going on. There's reasons to be out with friends. And so maybe you see a side of a friend or friends that you are not used to, and it kind of makes you question whether or not this is something you need to be in. Some of you might go into isolation mode, right? I don't know if any of you have watched The Shining, but you know, they're pretty much in this abandoned hotel in the middle of a snowstorm. And that's the only thing that makes them abandoned is the snowstorm. And so I think of ice. So at this point, obviously I think of ice. But what I'm seeing is like this cold front kind of come in for you at this point in time, where you're like having to isolate yourself from people that you didn't think you'd have to isolate yourself from. And so I genuinely see you cut people off that you genuinely do love and you care about. You do, but because you see what you see and it's not sitting well with you, at some point you will choose to walk away from them. And that's a good thing. The harder the decision, the better the results, in my opinion, right? Because that means you actually have to stop and think about and calculate how to navigate making this decision, and then how to navigate outside of the decision. So that's always a good thing, right? But you're an earth sign. I feel like you guys are really good at kind of walking away. You guys are really good at that. Anyways, what else? What other messages for Capricorn do we have? What other messages? I'm sensing we might get a little bit of a repeating theme. Okay, so we have the Temperance. You have the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and then I'm going to pull one more. At Judgment. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the 8 of Pentacles. So again, this is just confirming that first bit. I feel like some of you have been patient, but it's been stressing you out. Right? With the 9 of Swords, it's been stressing you out. You've been losing sleep. Like this isn't just a random person that you're cutting off. Like this is someone that you have ties with. This is someone that you've been through some things with. And so because the 7 of Swords is here, right? Talks about deceit, lies again, betrayals. You've been keeping to yourself. Some of you have already seen this in this individual, and you don't share anything with them. But at the same time too, I feel like there's a level of paranoia, because if this is someone in your friend group you're sharing it with your other friends, but in a way you kind of don't want to deal with the drama that comes with having to explain why you've been leaving them out of the loop. And so I feel like a lot of you are just really keeping certain things to yourself at this point in time, because you just don't want the drama, right? Like, you don't have time for it. Like, there's coins here, there's coins there. In typical Capricorn fashion, you care about your money, you care about your stability. Like, you're not trying to rock the boat per se, just because someone wants to be deceitful. So I see that the reason that some of you might be stressing out is because you are in the Four of Pentacles, where you're not even telling your friend group about anything. So again, you feel like you have to kind of keep things to yourself because you don't want this person to find out for whatever reason, or you're just keeping things to yourself because you want to minimize the drama, right? And so until you can make that decision to cut that person off, that's how you're going to continue to be. But I do see, and again, this person could be stalking you, right? They're like, I haven't heard anything about Capricorn in a while. Like, what are they up to? So they could be checking your social media. They could be asking the friend group about you. They could be trying to acquire this information. Why, I don't know. But a judgment's being called right now. And that could be, I'm sensing two things. One, the judgment call is being called by you. You're calling judgment in the sense of like, no more. I'm keeping things to myself, because this is how the cards are. You see who the person is. So I'm telling you right now, the majority of you know who I'm talking about. So because you see that, you've been keeping to yourself. This person's been spying on you, but in turn, you've been spying too. You're like, why does this person want to know so much about what I'm doing? What is their angle, right? So some of you, you're kind of like, you're doing investigative work. You're spying on this person, trying to figure out why it is that they want to know what you know. Like, who are they giving this information to? What are they doing with this information? So that's where you're making the judgment call to just keep things to yourself. Others of you, judgment's being called on them anyways. So again, if this person is being deceitful and lying to you, just know that karma's a real thing. And with the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom, that could be your guides, spirit guides, angels, ancestors that are working hard to figure out how they're going to get this person. How this person's going to get their karma, right? Because karma is about being fair. Like, as much as we want to turn around and produce the karma ourselves, trust me, it's better when you let the universe, because it's like a fireworks show, man. Like, they go all out. They go all out. They show up for you. And so for those of you, I'm just getting a message that for those of you that haven't thanked your spirit guides in a long time, or your ancestors, you really should. Just say a prayer. Just thank them. You know what I mean? Because they're paving the way. You know, I pray to my angels and guides and my ancestors every day, and I thank them for the karma that they serve in my name that I will never know about. Because think about that. There's things that you don't know have happened in your name because somebody wronged you, and that's how powerful your guides are. So I really, really feel that's something you guys should really incorporate. Because not about all the 3D stuff that's out here, right? Even though Capricorn, you roll the 3D. But again, gotta be grateful. Let's see. Let's talk about your money now. Let's see. Any money messages for the sign of Capricorn? Money messages for the sign of Capricorn? All right, first card that jumped out was Ace of Swords. The Justice, the Six of Pentacles, Strength, the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, and at the bottom you have the Three of Pentacles. Definitely a money message. I'm seeing a lot of karmic balance coming into play for you. That's what you need to know about your money right now. So some of you might be experiencing more money at this point in time, or some of you are experiencing imbalances in your money, but either way, it's going to be balanced out, right? There's clarity here. There's truth. There's good karma coming in for you, because I mean, right here, look, you have nothing but scales, right? Right here and right there. So things are being balanced out for you. So if you're the kind of Capricorn right now that's experiencing any kind of money losses or imbalances in your money, the universe is trying to shift that for you and balance some things out. Whether, again, so going back to the last two readings, you cutting somebody out, the universe, God, whatever it is you believe in, you will not receive your blessings until the right people are in your life and the wrong people are out of your life. You will not receive your blessings until you are in the right situations and out of the wrong situations. So a lot of this shifting and shuffling is actually the universe moving you around. So kind of think of yourself right now as like a chess piece on a chessboard, right? That's all we are technically, because as much free will as we do have, and we do have free will, a lot of the time we are being guided, whether or not we realize it, towards a certain spot on the board that puts us in better advantages than the previous spots put us in, right? And so with that comes the evolution of growth. And so you might start off as a knight, going all the way up to the board. Next thing you know, you're a king or a queen or whatever, right? I don't play chess, but or maybe I do. So the way I'm seeing it is, there's a lot of movement right now that might be uncomfortable. There might be a lot of imbalances in relationships, is what it's looking like. That's what the first two messages were about. So again, those of you that are contemplating whether or not you want to let someone go, I'm gonna tell you what, I really would, because if you genuinely care about your financial blessings in this lifetime, and the resources that you need in order to move forward, I really would remove all the blockages that I possibly could. And I say this from personal experience. I got rid of a lot of people, and guess what? Life got better. So what you get rid of will be replaced with better always. You get rid of some shady people, they get replaced with some genuine people. You know, it's about higher alignment and growth. And so that's what I'm seeing here for your money, is like, there's a lot of shifting and moving and all that. You're receiving clarity. You're receiving clarity on what to do, and it's up to you to take off this blindfold, right? Because justice technically is blind. It's just how the scales have to be balanced, right? But I see like this is you. Like, some of you are just not wanting to pay attention to the red flags that Spirit is holding up for you. But again, this is all for your better good. So with the Strength card, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune, I genuinely see you guys coming out of this in a better position than what you were. Whatever monetary blessings are coming, it is fated for you. So the wheel is turning in your favor right now. So for those of you that feel like your life is falling apart, it probably is. But it's only to put you in a better situation. For those of you that feel like you're everywhere, you probably are. Because the universe, again, you're the chess piece. You're being moved across the board. You have to move, right? We all have to move in one way or another. And you're moving towards the right, what is it called? Like the right connections, collaborations. You're moving towards the right collaborations. You have the Hierophant under that too. So these are going to be steady, long-term business partners that you're dealing with. People that are good with money. These are new friendships that are coming in where you're like, okay, like these people and I have a lot in common. Like my last friend group didn't want to make money. This friend group wants to, right? So you're aligning yourself with the right people. And these turn into long-term relationships. All right, let's see for Capricorns that are looking for love. Single Capricorns that are looking for love. What messages do we have for the single Capricorn looking for love? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's go. Oh, dang. Just keep flying out. Nice. Okay. You've got the Moon, Strength again, Queen of Claws, Queen of Swords, Ace of Castles. Castles are coins. Judgment again, the Hermit, and at the bottom you have the Hierophant, in case you were wondering if this was a love reading or not. What you don't see coming, right? The Moon. A lot of you have been put in the dark to a possible Aries coming into your space. So you have a fire sign possibly that's coming into your space. You also have a Queen of Claws, a Queen of Swords. So so here you have the Moon, right? So what I'm seeing here is some of you, It doesn't even have to be an Aries, but it could be. Some of you are going to really get the strength to talk to this Queen of Swords here. So you have an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that's coming into your field that may already be in your field. Some of you are just contemplating whether or not to talk to her. And you will, Ace of Castles. So this is a blessing that has come into play for you in love. And again, it's a judgment call. So again, it's about being guided, right? Down the chessboard. Some of you have been in hermit mode. So some of you have been healing. Some of you have just been working on your money, working on your businesses, working on yourself. But in the back of your brain, in the back of your mind, you're kind of like, maybe it's time for a relationship, right? So some of you are ready. And so what I'm seeing here is what's being hidden from you is you definitely do have two suitors. One could be, like I said, a Leo, Aries. I said Aries initially, but it really is a Leo card. So it's just a fire sign. Okay, we'll take it like that. A fire sign, air sign that's coming in. It could definitely be an air sign because judgment is a Libra card as well. You could have a Virgo coming in, another earth sign too, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with the Ace of Castles there. A Pisces with the moon. In case you guys are wondering, like it's kind of all across the board with these zodiac signs. But what I am seeing is that once you meet this Queen of Swords, this is someone that's aligned with you because then you both create the Ace of Castles, right? The Ace of Coins. So this could be someone that you meet at work. This could be someone that you meet doing what it is that you enjoy doing, making money of some sort. So some of you are in alignment right now to meet this person. Others of you have already met this person. It is energy. So I know I keep saying queen. But it's just someone that embodies this Queen of Swords type of attitude. But again, you both are in alignment with what you do for work, that I see you guys kind of bringing in more money together. And this is a judgment call. So those of you that have been patient, those of you that have kind of put love on the back burner but are curious about it, I would say now's the time. If you're curious about dating, you might end up meeting someone that is your match. If you're curious about asking someone out but don't know if you're going to be rejected, it's a little tricky when it's at work, but it doesn't hurt to start off as friends, right? If you guys aren't already friends. And so maybe just see what's up with that. So really just put yourself out there if you really are interested in looking for love. It is on the horizon with the Hierophant and the High Priestess. That would be me. I'm telling you, like, you're going to find your happiness with a possible Empress as well, right? So again, you don't know till you try, and I'm telling you guys, you should try. My intuition's really picking up on that. I think you guys will be happily surprised, especially if it's one of those like happy surprises where you obviously a surprise you don't see coming, right? But it's just one of those where you had so much doubt to do it that when you do it, you're like, oh man, I should have done this sooner. And so, yeah, those are the messages that I have for you, Capricorn. Thanks for stopping by and tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one.